Hey everybody, Handsome Matty here. Got a free yard machine rototiller just now. Came up on the computer for free. Replied ninja fast. Ran over and got it. Haven't touched it. All I did was air up both tires. They were off the beads and flat. Haven't pulled the rope. Haven't really looked at anything yet. Give her a tug here, see if she rotates over. And looks like she's turning, but she doesn't seem like she's got much in the way of compression. So we'll get her off the trailer here and take a peek at it. Cut you back on in a second. Alright, I guess we'll start by doing a walk around. I don't know too much about these rear tine rototillers. It appears that it's got forward reverse for walking, and then it got a forward reverse for the time's going. Like I said before, it doesn't appear that it has much in the way of compression. Rope pulls pretty easy. We'll do a compression test here in a little bit. If you look in the tank, there is some gas in it, but it looks pretty old. The clutch or the gear clutch or the drive cable seems to be moving. It looks like it was stored inside at least a little bit. But the mechanism for shifting gears seems to be locked in neutral. I don't know if it needs to be running to be shifted, so I won't worry about it too much. Otherwise, if it did sit outside, it wouldn't be uncommon for that shift selector shaft to be rusted solid. It looks like the kill switch is only on the throttle lever all the way down past turtle. We'll do a compression test, we'll do a spark test, and then we'll go from there. Yes, we might shine a flashlight down the pipe and just make sure that the piston is moving. It sounds like it is, but I'm hearing some noise coming through the breather. But that does not necessarily mean that it's working. Looking at the plug, not oily or anything. I don't know where you guys are. Right there. I don't know if she'll focus for you. Doesn't look terrible. We'll do a quick spark test, and then a compression test, and then go from there. Looks like we have spark. I saw some leaves blowing there, so maybe there's a, there's no compression in there. All right, let's grab a flashlight. Take a peek down the spark plug. Alright, I see a piston, and it is moving, and there doesn't seem to be a hole in it. So I will, just to verify that we don't have any compression, put my compression gauge in. And as we can see, there is nothing there. All right. All right, so far we've tested, checked for spark. We have spark. We can shine down the spark plug hole. We can see that the piston is moving, coming up and down. As much as I can see, I don't see a hole or anything burnt in it, or burnt into the piston, but we don't have any compression. So in order for this guy to work, we need a couple things. One is we got to let air get into it. Then we need to compress it, light the fuel on fire, and then expel it. And my guess on this engine, being overhead valve, either we're not letting the air in or we're not letting the air out, or we're letting all the air out. So my next course here is going to be to get the gas tank off. Probably don't have to take it off, but we do need to get the valve cover off. The gas tank seems to be about half full of some pretty old stuff that we're going to want to take that off and get to our valve train up on the top. My guess, what I'm going to venture a guess on this one, is that we either shot a push rod off the rocker, bent the push rod, valve might be sticking open, but definitely I'm guessing that's going to be something underneath there. Worst case scenario, there's going to be something inside the engine that the camshaft stopped turning. I can't see the valves through the spark plug hole, so I can't be guarantee that the valves are working right now, but I'm going to venture a guess that our problem is going to be underneath that cover. So I'll put you on fast forward here while I pull this stuff off, and then we'll cut you back on once we get inside. All right, I got the gas tank off. The gas that's in there is pretty old, and even if we did have compression, guarantee we're going to have to take the carburetor apart. The more I look at it, it's possible that that this did sit outside for a while. The rubber primer bulb on the carburetor looks pretty sunbaked. It doesn't seem to be leaking, but it looks like it may have sat outside. I do have another used carburetor that I might be able to get some parts off from. Yeah, it looks like being a Tecumseh and whatever this thing is, yard machine. Looks like they're using some metric and some standard. Back to metric. This one's got a spacer on it that I'm sure if you drop it, you'll never find it again. Like that. Move that up there. Slide that back there. And finish up on valve cover. And our issue is going to be inside. So it looks like the engine's going to have to come off. I'll bring you over here to take a peek. Alright, if we take a look inside, both push rods are in place. And if we pull the rope, there is no movement of the valves. And honestly, on here it looks like it's relatively quick enough just to pull the engine off, and then we'll have to pop the side cover off and see what's going on. Probably we lost something in the timing gear. maybe stripped off a gear set or something. But I'll go ahead and pull the engine and see you in a second. Alright, we got the engine over on the bench here. I'm going to try to do this without dropping you. We're going to pull the side cover off, get a look at the cam gear. We're going to have to get the pulley off, which I imagine on this machine is going to fight us. Once again, rotating it, valves aren't moving. Got crankshaft end play. I don't think you can really see down the pipe, really. But the piston is moving, it's just camshaft isn't. I do have another one of these Tecumseh 6s if need be. I also got a Briggs 10, I think, or something like that. I'll try to prop you up here when I drain this, otherwise I'm gonna, whoa, now there's oil in it. But we're gonna have oil and, oh, okay, maybe that's water. It's gonna be that's gonna be a little bit ugly inside. There wasn't much, and it was water. The other stuff there is gas coming out of the fuel line. Okay, that's gonna be ugly inside. There wasn't much lubricant. It's possible that we seized the cam and broke it. And we'll find out in a few minutes. All right, I cleaned it up a little bit. Scraped off the dirt. We drained the whatever was in there out of there. Looked mainly like a little bit of water and some oil. So I'm expecting that we're going to have some oil starvation issues inside. Hopefully the rod's not taking it. The split pulley. All right, and my phone ran out of storage here, and we found the cam is stripped out, so we'll spend some time looking for parts, and the rest of that will come in part 2. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing fixed.